Hey, yo, what's good with it, y'all? It's your boy, Mistah Wilson. You are now tuned in to Wilson Block 100 Radio. And today, man, we're going to talk about something real interesting, okay? And we're going to talk about how Uber and Lyft drivers cause accidents, okay? Now, it's been a long time coming. Uber and Lyft kind of snuck up on us, but it's so much here and now. And, there's just a few things I wanted to touch on that I've been meaning to touch on for a minute now because I just feel like they need to be addressed, okay? And if Uber and Lyft, the company, corporate headquarters, whatever is listening, please do, because something must be done about this, okay? And if you're an Uber or Lyft driver, I don't care, even if you do Postmates, DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, any type of ride-sharing, carpooling service that works like Postmates and or Uber and Lyft, then listen to this, okay? Now, first off, I'm going to start off with the number one issue, the number one reason how and why Uber and Lyft drivers cause accidents, okay? And it's the number one thing is you cannot hazard in the middle of traffic, okay? You cannot pick up or drop somebody off in the middle of traffic and think that throwing your hazard lights on is gonna give you a pass, okay? Because I was recently in a car accident up in Seattle, man, and I was driving through Capitol Hill and I bust a right, and there's this Toyota Tacoma in front of me. Now, he stops and then I stop, and in front of him is a Uber or a Lyft driver, you know what I'm saying, with their hazards on, okay? And so when the guy in front of me saw that the Lyft driver turned his hazards off, or excuse me, he took off before he turned his hazards off, whichever came first, okay? The driver that was in front of me simply did not know what the Uber or Lyft driver was doing because they were playing in the middle of traffic. They were playing in the traffic lane, okay? Now listen, man, I drive for Postmates. I've done these things, man. So, I always, even when I drive for private couriers and delivery services and things like that, which I have, I always have enough courtesy to pull all the way over. And if there is nowhere to pull all the way over, then I'm going to drive all the way up until there is somewhere for me to pull all the way over. Okay? For one, I don't want someone like me coming around the corner and getting mad at me. And number two, I don't want nobody to hit my car. You know what I'm saying? As simple as that. And, we got to practice mindfulness and consideration. When we're in our cars, man, we're so much in our own worlds that we don't think about our surroundings, okay? And what's coming around that corner as we move along our day, And so that's a big deal. It caused an accident. So what ended up happening was the driver in front of me in the truck ended up backing up, okay? And when he backed up, I guess he did not look in back of him. He was just trying to give a little more space for the Uber driver to drive off because he saw that he was taking off, but his hazards went off, I guess, or something like that. And so the driver in front of me got confused, and when he backed up, he didn't look back, and he smacked my grill off my car, okay? And I did not appreciate that. And there was a whole little thing about it, but dude, took care of me. Everything was straight. But, I'm just saying, for a minute I thought it wasn't straight. For a minute I thought he ran away from me, But he ended up knocking my grill off, and I hop out of the car, and I'm just like, yo, WTF, son? Like what the, And I'm just hot, you know what I mean? And he's just in there like, all right, dude, calm down. And I'm just like so hot, but then and so I calm down. And so we get out, we talk about it, and I'm like, yo, man, you dented my hood and knocked my grill off, man. So all because a Uber or Lyft driver did not have enough consideration. Okay, that's all it is. It's respect and consideration, mindfulness, knowing that other people are around, okay, and live here and making their way through here, okay, all because that person failed to have that consideration. And so, it could be much worse, and I'm sure there's been much worse accidents, involving Uber and Lyft, in regarding, not paying attention, lack of consideration, you know what I'm saying, overzealousness, road rage, and what have you. And, I'm not just going to ride on the Uber and Lyft drivers. I mean, it's a real job. Don't get me wrong, especially the ones that got to, put up with all those personalities and, drive all these places. Listen, man, traffic is stressful. You know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to touch on this because, you guys need to pull over. Okay, it's really not that. I remember I was driving for this courier service a couple weeks ago, and this Amazon driver pulled up in their, little, Dodge utility truck, the little Sprinter-like van, but the Dodge one. And, she just stopped in the middle of the way. Yeah, she's doing a quick drop-off. Yeah, I get it. I was doing a quick drop-off too, okay? But I had enough sense and consideration to make sure I at least park or pull over, because more times than not, there is a spot to pull over, okay? If you really just take a second and look. And so I also want to, talk about, when you pulling into a driveway, okay, and there's room to pull up, don't block the sidewalk, okay? Do not pull your car in the driveway just enough to be blocking the sidewalk if in fact you do have room to pull up, okay? Because again, it comes back down to the consideration, man. I'm a pedestrian too, man. Don't block my way, man. It's bad enough, I got to get rushed across the street from everybody making a right and a left, okay? Now, and then, later I'm going to get to talking about how to cross the street, okay? How to be a pedestrian, man, because, there's certain things that you got to watch for, me just being in the streets and crossing streets, and I hate crossing streets, man, especially the big intersections, man. You learn how to, you learn what to look for, you read the lights, when to walk, when they're about to make that left-hand turn, that dedicated left, and what have you. So anyway, just a couple pointers, man. Always pay attention when you're driving on the road, man. Listen, the number one way to prevent an accident is to make sure that you are paying attention, okay? You can't count on people to be paying attention. You can't count on that. You know what I'm saying? So, I just want to put that out there. We can't be careless on the road, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we got families traveling. We got people trying to get to where they got to go. And it's not right. It's not fair for someone to have to be injured or lose their life due to negligence. Okay? And so, I just wanted to touch on these things, man. Other drivers may not know what you're doing when you're hazarding. Okay? So when you hazard, pull over to the right. If you have to make a left, a U-turn, make it happen. But, look, if you hazard, let it be an emergency. Okay? Let it be a hazard. Okay? Not just some, hold on, wait, I'm about to drop them off real quick. No. And then listen, when you guys are, calling for an Uber and Lyft, okay, make sure that they're meeting you guys somewhere where, you're not going to be rushed into the car because of oncoming traffic. Make sure you're in a safe place to enter the car, okay? And do not do it in traffic. In the right, left lane, the one lane, the only two lanes or whatever, do not do it in that lane, okay? Me personally, man, I get mad every time. But, yeah, man, I just wanted to touch on that. That's how Uber and Lyft drivers cause accidents. And I know it's not just, exclusively Uber and Lyft drivers. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to y'all because, I call for Lyft when I'm ready to go somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And Uber is just a little more, just too complicated. Just never work out for me. But anyway, It's your boy, Mistah Wilson. I want to thank y'all for tuning in to Wilson Block 100 Radio, son. I'm going to be bringing y'all more content, man. Just hang tight with me. Make sure y'all download the Wilson Block magazine, son, because it's for the local artists. And you know what I'm about, man. You know what I do, man. You know what I'm saying? WilsonBlockMagazine.com. We come out every Monday now. Yeah. Until next time, I'm out.